Hello and welcome to my online presentation for my action research plan. The title of my action research project is The Tiers of Growing in Reading. This project was orchestrated by myself, Jessica D. Greer, and today's date is December 9th, 2018. The question. The critical question for my action research project is, how can I, as a teacher, build classrooms based on the Tier 1, 2, and 3 system to meet the specific needs of the students? How can I, as a teacher, utilizing the methods of EIP teaching and style, create tailored designed classrooms for the students? If you are wondering what EIP teachers do inside their classrooms, they are able to have smaller classroom sizes, from sizes of 8 students to 14 students if there is a paraprofessional inside of their kindergarten class, and they specifically teach towards the children's need. Typically, EIP teachers will gather students in the beginning of the year, and they will gather the data on things that students need in reading, whether it's first sound fluency, letter naming fluency, segmentation, syllabication, and also whole word fluency. So the story behind the Action Research Project is, while I was attending Tuskegee University, in my student teaching days, I was always given students inside of a classroom that were quote unquote the lower students. I felt like as a homeroom teacher, there was only but so much that we could do for the student before the lower students began to get lost and were just moved on to the next grade. So I began to wonder, what would a classroom structured around fitting the needs of students look like? What would happen if a class would be built around the needs of the child? Would this bring more order and love and structure to the classroom? I would also wonder if moving at a slower pace with less kids be more beneficial to the overall students in the long run. So this is where my journey began, and I decided to do a research project on a Tier 1, 2, and 3 classroom. I wanted to find out a way where teachers could reach all children where they are academically, specifically. I always felt that teachers could teach whole group, but they would always have to go back and do activities based on the needs of their classroom. So I wondered if I, as a teacher, structured classrooms where each child that is struggling, or each child that is doing okay, or each child that needs a little bit more attention, if they all were in one classroom separately, what would be their success rate? My god sister, growing up, attended a school in Philadelphia that had classes built on these tier systems. The students had an opportunity to take diagnostic exams in the summertime, and depending on the scores that they received, they were divided up into different classrooms and taught based on where they were. By the middle of the school year, the students grew substantially and were retested again and moved to the appropriate classroom. This is why I want to test this theory. If children are put in a classroom with people who are where they are, will they grow substantially? The methodology. So the time frame for this project would be on every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, hopefully starting in January. The Tier 2 and Tier 3 students will be seen in the mornings from 8 to 8:35, and the Tier 1 students will be pulled in the afternoons from 11:10 to 11:45. The first 2 weeks, all children will be given a diagnostic exam for reading foundational skills, letter naming fluency, first sound fluency, whole word recognition, segmentation, syllabication, and sight word recognition, and also handwriting. The following week, students will be taught lessons geared to their deficit areas. They will be tested every 2 weeks on Thursday to monitor their growth, and their final exams will be held after 12 weeks. The beginning diagnostic test and the final examination test will be compared for results. What actions do I hope to see by the end of this project? I am hoping that by the end of this research project, that Tier 1, 2, and 3 students will show substantial growth through having lessons geared toward their deficit areas. I also hope that through researching this, teachers and parents will see the importance of monitoring each child's progress and helping to cater to their deficit areas. This is the end of my research project. I currently work in a classroom that has all Tier 2 students, and I have noticed along the way that through taking time to work with them on their foundational skills that they are lower in, over time they have truly grown in the areas that if they were not worked on, they would get lost. I know that this project at the end of the day will have its struggles in regards to students' absences and making sure that this project is done with consistency. Excuse me. But I know that if this project is executed in the right manner, that it will have results that are worth looking at. It will have results that are worth looking into to help teachers across the board in how they can be better and how the students themselves can be taught in a different manner for their success. Thank you and have a great day.